Oh my gosh, Raegyn, guess what? Guess what? You're invited to your very first birthday party. Yay! You're going to Axel's birthday party. I hope you know what you're gonna get your cousin for his birthday. He's gonna turn a whole hand. Are you excited for him? Are you excited for him? Yeah? You excited for your cousin? That's your Kona. She's happy. She doesn't look happy, but she's happy. Right, Canon? Woo woo! Yeah, that's right. Raegyn Page. Alright, so you have egg breakfast with ham. Yep, I got a pancakes and I put some butter on it so you can get some good old healthy fat in your belly. Got some watermelon and blueberries, and let me get you your spoon. That's good. You got some butter on that. Yummy. She said that's so good I have to spit it out and save it for later. Good thing good thing you got a pocket in your bib. Alright, so the kitchen totally got worse in the last little bit since I started this fiasco, so let me clean it.
Children will be immune to this. Anywhere it can flare up, believe me, anywhere.
I want to hit up Home Depot at some point today. I do need to buy some extra bricks. I've been working pretty hard. I've gotten some help along the way, but I've been working pretty hard at getting our front yard a bit more properly set up. One of the things I had been working on is I got these red bricks laid all around, and I placed some new black mulch, and then I added in these lights. These lights were originally going to go to the backyard, but they make better sense up front. And then I've started, this is not leveled or set in any way, but I've started placing some of the bricks here as well, and then I still have mulch bags to open up and dump. And I was thinking maybe some more lights, but for now there's at least that light there, this light here. So this needs to be finished up. I also laid the bricks around that tree the other day, and so it's hard to tell here, but they're supposed to be all leveled around the hill, and so there's double stacked on the other side. It's just hard to tell from this angle. And then that's new mulch. On the side of the house, I need to add some trees. Over here it looks like Belkiva is outside. Get some views, enjoy the day. I got a diaper bag behind me that needs to be set. We've had a extra dog Julie to replace the one Will had broken, and it needs to make its way into the ground. If it doesn't go in the ground, it needs to go outside, because it needs to be a dead reminder that it needs to go down in the ground. We've had these pictures laid up here against the wall for months. They need to make their way on the walls, and so I just want to help make things more inviting to accomplish that. Alright, so Raegyn had her 12-month vaccines last week, and she's having a bit of a fever. The doctor's not too concerned, just essentially said push for fluids and give her Tylenol to reduce the fever. I would say right now she's doing okay. She's not fussy, and generally she wasn't fussy yesterday. But I had noticed after she awoke from a nap that she felt pretty warm, which prompted me to check her temperature. I saw a mom hack online where you take a Philips Soothe pacifier and you pierce a hole through it so there's no longer a suction, and then you feed the medicine through the back. Raegyn took the Tylenol yesterday, no problems at all, but right now she's just not interested. So this isn't really her preferred pacifier. So we're gonna try this and see. I'm not worried if this is a bust since she doesn't use this. but I have a hole pierced through there. I'm using a corn holder to get that hole developed, and let's see if she's interested in that. You suck on that. And then somehow there's a trick here. I'm not sure if we'll figure it out, but hopefully, yay! Hopefully we do. All right, we're almost down to 2.5 milliliters. You gonna get the rest? Yeah, that's gross. That's gross. You're gonna get all sticky. I think one time we were at maybe Raegyn's 8-month visit. I'm not sure which appointment it was, but she was getting vaccines, and while I was waiting for the doctor to come in after the nurse, I just popped in some Tylenol. I'm sure some moms would be like, why would you give a baby Tylenol before they need it? But my thought process was that if I give her the Tylenol in advance to the shots, by the time the shots start either causing her irritation on the site itself, or if they cause her to get a fever, she already has a little bit kicking in to help her essentially stay on the same level the whole way through. And yeah, so I did it. I did some research online in advance because I'm actually surprised at how many times people are experts. And one of the things I remember reading was that if you give a baby Tylenol before their vaccines, then the Tylenol will prevent the vaccines from working. And I thought that was the most craziest thing I had ever heard. Like, why would taking over-the-counter medications prevent your body from fighting off a virus? And the people were trying to essentially suggest that if your body is undergoing temperature and fighting off any of those viruses, then you are essentially suppressing the immune system when you give them Tylenol. So the body isn't actually doing anything to the virus, it's just ignoring it. Right? That's gross. That obviously is not true. Ugh, what's that? You feeling better? Alright, so that obviously made your shirt sticky, but I think it did the job. You need water, baby? Here's some water. Have some water. No? No water? Did you take your passy? It's down there? Oh, you got it? Okay. Okay. Anyway, I feel like people mom shame any opportunity they can, and they don't realize how they come across, or it's like their level of logic somehow becomes missing, right? It's like they're dum-dums. Yeah. All right, let me get all this stickiness off, because oh my goodness, gravy sauce, this Tylenol is staining our kitchen table. Hopefully it comes out. Dangerous stuff. The last update you saw was obviously me trying to give Raegyn some Tylenol, and that was Monday. Tuesday, she was battling the fever all day. Her face was flushed, she was so tired, and she was just not doing well. In fact, Will felt like coming home early just to check on her, and we were debating between the back and forth with the doctor on whether to essentially go to the hospital or continue to wait it out. But she has never been sick before, and it didn't turn out the greatest. Tuesday night, after Will was home and after we were talking and kind of relaying some of the events of the day in terms of how she has been handling between food and sleep and just overall crankiness, Raegyn was a little twitchy. She kept kind of jumping in her sleep because she was sleeping through our conversation, and it wasn't too long after that she started having a seizure, and we immediately got into the car and started driving to the hospital. It was a little dramatic at first because of the COVID limitations, but I think once the staff who handles triage realize that there's an infant and there's a parent outside, they did get me right away and bring me inside. She wasn't responsive to the medical staff when Will was inside with her. They were trying to like wave their hands in front of her and she just looked so limp. They were trying to do a number of things. They took a chest scan because they wanted to see how she was doing internally. They did a viral swab. They did head CT scan because she wasn't responsive, and they were taking next steps to transport her to the children's hospital. Fortunately, many hours later, she did start to come back from the seizure effects, and she was able to move her head and look around, and they were able to bring that fever down. So it wasn't too long after that we did make our way home, and we did not need to do follow-ups at the hospital or move to any intensive care unit. We were able to be discharged. We followed up with the doctor the next day, and we've just been kind of battling the fever. Her appetite has, for the most part, returned to normal, and her energy level seems very on par to what it was prior to her illness altogether. The days after the hospital, we were very paranoid. Will was incredibly on top of the schedule, setting alarms as to check her temperature and give her any medicines and rotate and take notes where she's at, because he was incredibly concerned that she did not have a fever spike. And so obviously we don't want another seizure, but there wasn't really a warning to the first one, and so we just want to do everything in our power to avoid it even resting high. She's doing significantly better, and oh my God, I never, ever want to go through this again. So one of the things that really stunk is that's not going to give her recovery time to be able to have attended her cousin's birthday party. So we did have to cancel that. It was her first birthday party invite ever, and it was a family event. I thought it would just be really fun. It was across Labor Day weekend. It was also during the time of Will's father's birthday, and so that would have been a great time to just be with family to celebrate that day. But it really shows you that your kids come first. We are at the Canopy Park. I have been wanting to come here for so long, ever since me and Raegyn first came here. Wait, I can't.
That's
there.
because I flicked off.
I'm super excited. Erica's with us. William's with us. Raegyn's with us.
Who's us exactly?
Apparently having the mouse in her pocket.
And it's Labor Day. Excited, Will? Look at me, share your excitement. Erica doesn't know what the seat is that you sit on and it spins forever. So I'm gonna show her real quick. That seat. Well, it's like a bicycle.
My butt's warm. Okay. Thank you. God, I feel
He was screaming for help.
I'm too old for this. I'm like nearly 40. Calm down.